Recently, I noticed that my walls were looking a little plain, very boring, nothing on them, even in my bedroom too. So that obviously needed to change ASAP. So naturally, I'm a genius. I combined my love for pixel art and my favorite game. What do you get? Stardew Valley. One classic thing from Stardew Valley that I love is Mayor Lewis's underpants, or purple shorts, I should say. You can use any pixel art pattern you want. It doesn't have to be Stardew Valley. Like on Pinterest, there's so many different art patterns that you can use, and it doesn't have to be associated with anything. You could literally do a peace sign. So for this DIY, you're gonna need a couple things. Wooden dowels. I just got mine from Hobby Lobby. Any type of string or twine. I personally am using twine. Jute, I think it's called, as well. Now, I did make the mistake of at first using like the very thin, clear, plasticky string. As we can tell with this, how it turned out, I mean, it doesn't look bad. If you flatten it against the wall and kind of like align it, you can tell what they are. But when I finished this, I just didn't like how it turned out. You can tell that the beads are very not even. I just didn't like how this came out, and I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. There was a lot of things I didn't like. And finally, really the last thing you're gonna need, lots and lots and lots of beads. So depending on your pattern, how many colors is depending on how many beads. Originally, I wanted to do the circle wooden beads, but I literally could not find the colors I was finding for the wooden beads were not matching to like the colors I wanted for my specific pattern. And this is the pattern that I was following. If anybody needs it or wants it, I just simply got it off Pinterest. I looked up Stardew Valley pattern, pixel art pattern, something like that, and it'll pop up. You're also gonna need scissors, and yeah, I think that's it. Just as a sneak peek of what the final product will look like, this is how far I've come. Now, as you can tell, I did 2 strings, okay, except for this one, minus the like starting string. 2 strings equals one row of squares, if that makes sense. So 4 beads makes 1 pixel. I don't know if that makes any sense to y'all. The 4 pink beads are just 1 pixel. So I'm basically doing the same line twice to make that one pattern line. I'll try to like show it on the screen. I'll go ahead and demonstrate how I do 1 row, and then that's basically it, really. Sorry for the weird the really weird angle. This is like the only way I could really figure it out because my desk is like really small. So anyways, I have 9 like complete rows basically. So this is like 1 row, another row. So I'm basically just following this. I'm currently on this one. Now my next row is this one. So what I like to do is I like to go into, also my iPad's really dirty and has cat hair, and my bed has hair everywhere. Just excuse that, I'm just a girl. Okay. Also, why am I out of breath? Okay. So I like to just go ahead and do that. I don't know, it just makes it easier so that way I can follow along the next line. I just grab my string. I don't have any exact measurements or anything like that, unfortunately. It just kind of is based off your pattern. I kind of just gauge how long it's gonna be. I just make it longer. I get it like this, and I make, I don't know what knot it's called. If I figure it out, I will let y'all know. But basically, I put it under the dowel, the string, I make sure they're even to my best ability, and then I make a little loop, and then I bring in the 2 things like that, the 2 strings. Okay, I don't know what made me think I could like share this with y'all because I'm actually terrible at like explaining things. So now that I have that, I'm gonna go ahead and complete my row. I do 2 clear beads, and then I start the pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that in 2. And then I start my pattern. So I already did my 2 beads to start it off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and follow this pattern. So it's another blank square. You can do any color for your background. I just chose to do clear because I thought it looked pretty. Okay. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with the blue because that's my next color. And the reason why I'm doing 2 is because I'm doing 4 total beads for 1 pixel square, if that makes sense. So I basically just divided this. So pretend that there's a line in the middle of this, and that's the 2 strings that I'm doing. You can do it the other way where you're just doing one single line represents one single block, but I just didn't like the way, I didn't like how skinny it looked. So my next color is a darker purple. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, and next is purple, and I'm just going to follow the pattern. All right, my last purple bead, finally. Finished the light purple section. So now my next section is just the dark purple. I'm gonna do 2 of those for that one. I love seeing like all the strings come together to make like the final picture. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look so good. The next are 2 blue blocks. So, and then that will complete my string, and then I'll add 2 additional clear ones for the background. And that completes my first string of the section I'm working on. So then I just kind of tie it. I haven't figured out oh my god, sorry if you hear my boyfriend gaming in the back, but I haven't figured out a like technique I want to use for the fringing. I kind of wish I would have left some of the string like small, like long like this, so I could have like a fringe moment, but unfortunately I left them too short on some of them, so I'm just gonna probably have to make them really short like this, but I think it'll look good regardless. So the next string I'm gonna do is gonna be this exact same one. Okay, so that completes the second string. Also, don't tie them too tight because they will start to like kind of get all crinkly. I don't know the best way to explain it, but this is a complete row. Now I'm on to the next row, and so on and so on. So I will come back when I'm finally finished. Okay, like 2 hours later, I finally finished it. It's good, it's good. It's given exactly what it needs to give. It's given exactly what it needs to give. I did, however, run out, like, I don't know if you can't really tell, but like here I used like the sparkly clear beads, and then I ran out, so I just used regular beads. But you literally can't even tell because of like the reflection, and I literally tried to glue like another wooden dowel to here so I'd have more room, but literally nothing was working. I used like an epoxy mix, I used super glue, E6000 glue. The only glue I didn't try was wood glue because I didn't have any. So basically tied string right there, a classic knot. I love her. I love her so much. I think she's gonna add just that spark I was looking for, that pop of color, and yeah. Now the only thing left to decide is where I'm gonna put it. Am I gonna put it over here in my bedroom? What do you think? Honestly, maybe. Or let's check my little area. Now my boyfriend is gaming, so just be aware of that. Oh, hello. Hi, kitty cat. Look what I made. Wow, I love it. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoy. I think it's great to have things in your room that you love. I do plan on making more DIYs because I'm a crafty girl, and yeah. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe.